Well.
What's going on? I'm Big Diesel,
I'm Coach,
and welcome
and
Flick
this
Filter
is
Nation.
yeah,
Welcome, welcome to Flick Filter.
welcome back, chat. Um,
So what are we doing today?
we're talking about this little movie called.
Baloney.
It's actually pastrami. No, it's Bugonia. Bugonia. Um, yes, starring the wonderful, talented Emma Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Ever heard of her? Uh,
Probably the best Spider-Man love interest.
so honestly, I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not gonna disagree. All right, we can wrap that up. Um, yeah. So Emma Stone got Jesse Plemens, uh, some other people. But those are like the
Not some
main
other
two.
people.
No. It's got other people. But as far as like those are pretty much the main two. Um, it's directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Previously directed Poor Things. That very popular movie a couple years ago. Won you know ton of Oscars, and the Stone won her second Oscar for that. He also directed The Favorite, The Lobster, Kinds of Kindness came out last year. He's been working, doing a lot of things, but yeah, Bugonia. That was that's his most recent thing he got out there, and yeah, just to talk about it without saying too much, because it's definitely a movie that I don't know if you can go in completely blind to see. I mean, you probably could without seeing any trailers, but I do feel like it is a movie that'd be cool to go in pretty blindly to see. But in case you do want to, get at least a little taste of what it's about, it's this woman who is an uh, uh, high powered CEO of a major company, a pharmaceutical company. These two conspiracy obsessed young men believe that she is an alien that is intent on
So random.
destroying the planet. Yes.
So random.
And they believe 100% with 100% conviction. At least Jesse Plemons' character does.
Do
With
they
100%
kind of
conviction.
justify why they think this, or
Oh, the movie does, and what's interesting is that it actually starts out from their point of view, which I think is interesting. Like it's almost like they're the heroes of the story. You get her point of view as well, um, as far as like who she is, when it goes to her. But I do feel like it is very interesting that they present it as if like, oh, they're the protagonists in a
because
sense.
it's so what's the word? So
Random,
not
out,
random, but out there.
out there. It is
It's
out
so
there.
like so out of the box. Oh yeah, we're aliens, and then we're just supposed to like
You're just supposed to
it's
believe that this
yeah
random
yeah.
woman
It's
is an
like
alien. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like that pitch is kind of
Hmm.
interesting.
It is. It is. And I will say, it's kind of like when you just gotta have to be along for the ride, like, um, because there are things that unravel in the movie as it progresses. Like these guys, they have a clear motivation, especially Jesse Plemons' character. Um, there's like a clear motivation behind what he wants. I notice even during the trailer. I think it was during the trailer. One of the trailers they talk about like the bees and how
Yeah, that was weird too. Yeah.
they've been disappearing, and that's a thing that's even been. I guess people have been reporting on in real life, like how much how bees are so important in our ecosystem, and how like I think I forget what percentage, but like the vast majority of our food we have because of bees. Um, yeah, the pharmaceutical company aspect of it is very. Um, that's a big piece of the plot as well. Like in terms of the character's motivation, and we've had a lot of things going on recently with the whole healthcare system, pharmaceutical system. So it's definitely a relevant story in that aspect as well. Um, yeah, you got any specific things that you want to?
Did the beekeeper show up?
Jason Statham may or may not have showed up in this movie. You'll have to watch to find out.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
No.
The Bugonia beekeeper.
Yeah, so yeah, you say it's very triggering, which is spoiler alert. I didn't see it,
Yes, yes.
but you know,
Mm-hmm.
it was funny while you were doing your out of the theater review, and you were like, "Yeah, it's very triggering." The way you said it, I was like, "Is he talking about me?"
Oh, I will. I can confirm nor deny. Like there were, because especially with
With
various things,
because poor things as well.
poor things.
Yeah.
But that's in kind of in a different way. That's the thing. Both same director, also Emma Stone. Will also say she's worked with this director at least 4 times at this point.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I do think just from a acting standpoint, a character standpoint, um, she's allowed to do a lot of cool things in this movie. It's very different from Poor Things as well. Like those are the only 2 movies I've seen of his, and they both have Emma Stone. So I'm comparing them for that reason. Like they're very, I felt like they were both very well made, and they're very out there in terms of concept and just the execution. But even visually, this one was very different.
So I guess what without giving too much away, what are the trigger warnings?
I would say just, I mean, it does get violent, but just from a maybe a medical standpoint, it's hard to say. Like, it's hard for me to like describe to say exactly what it is without spoiling.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just say so. There are some like medical things in the movie
Gotcha.
that may or may not trigger certain people. Um,
Gotcha.
yeah, it does get violent at some points in the movie. That I don't know. That may or may not trigger certain people, but just
Right.
from like the medical standpoint,
We're so used to violence.
yeah, we're very desensitized.
Yeah.
But especially if you've dealt with anything within the medical realm or anything of that sort, that may trigger some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Just by the trailer alone, it was kind of out there. So I was like, it just didn't hook me as much. But,
Yeah. I will say from a story standpoint, you like there wasn't like a moment where I'm like locked in. Like I was very much like, man, what is gonna happen? Like it was usually with a lot of movies, I'm able to kind of predict certain things, and there might have been certain parts where I was like, oh, I was kind of right about that, and then immediately I would be like, oh no, I was wrong about that though. So it's like some parts where you could probably predict, but I think as a whole, it was like, man, that definitely went in a direction where I was not expecting it to go, or maybe even if you expect it to land this way, how they get there wasn't how I expected it to.
Right.
So,
fair enough.
yeah, but in terms of quality, again, very well made, paced very well. I think it was just about around the 2 hour mark.
Which one do you prefer, Four Things or? Which one would you most likely watch again?
Ooh, that's a great question. if I did okay, if I watched Poor Things, I would probably have to like skip certain parts.
Yeah.
Um, is that was a long movie, but not because it's a long movie, but because certain parts of it were kind of a lot for me to watch.
Gotcha.
Um, Even though I thought it was a very good movie, um, story wise and production wise, visually,
Mm-hmm.
acting wise, one of the best performances I've seen was Emma Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I would just say that. But with Bugonia, I feel like that'd be easier for me to watch straight through, even though there are maybe some like triggering moments. But I feel like just as a straight story, it's like I could lock in, watch it, and be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is kind of like walking away from the movie though. I'm like, man, I don't know what I should. It was like this was good, but I don't know what my takeaway should be because I feel like there were a lot of statements that were made that I don't know if it would have went harder if it landed in a different direction
Mm-hmm.
because of the way it ended. I feel like you're gonna think about that ending. At least for me, I'm like, man, they ended this way, but it's I don't know. I don't know if they should have dug deeper in terms of its themes, or if it's just like, nope, you just want to tell you just want to tell a good story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to answer because
Gotcha.
they're very different movies.
Gotcha. Um,
Got anything?
no.
Dang, nothing.
Nope. I got it.
Crazy. Well, yeah, it. I would say, um, one more thing. Uh, it is a serious movie, but there are elements of like comedy because I would call it like a thriller, kind of like a political thriller in a sense, in a way. But it is very satirical also.
Yeah. I would think so with the alien part.
Yeah, but none of it's played for laughs. That's the thing. Like they definitely they commit to it very well. It's not like a I remember kind of comparing it to Mickey 17 to some extent. I don't think it's as goofy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is wild, but it's not as like goofy as some of the things in
Yeah.
Mickey 17. Maybe a few parts towards the end, but um, it's
So,
definitely that they do have that element of satire.
so I got a question. So, of course, would I eventually want to watch this film? Maybe later on.
Maybe later on, but I would say give it a while.
Okay.
A while. Just knowing you,
Gotcha.
I would say give it a while.
Yeah. But it's like Poor Things. I was just like, like
Yeah.
yeah. But okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I got nothing.
Cool. Well,
What do you rate it?
I give it a 4. 4 out of 5. Out of 5.
Okay.
I used to rate movies out of 10. I feel like it's easier for me to give it like, cause like when I give that an 8, 8.5.
Nah, it's too much of a gap. I feel like.
I like the gaps. I like the.
But at the end of the day, you do kind of because you do 4.5, 3. You do
Yeah.
it's still kind of like 10, but yeah. But anyways, let us know what you thought about the movie, and whatnot. And what's your favorite Emma Stone movie? Yeah, go with that.
Dang.
And yeah. We'll see you on the next one. Thanksgiving coming up. If you hadn't already, um, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Spend time with your friends, family, all that stuff. We
Thanks.
got more to come. Of course, the holiday season, and we're gonna wrap up, and then yeah, we got some good things coming down the pipeline. So yeah, stay tuned. Please like, share, subscribe. Follow us on TikTok and all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
With gratitude.